Hey, good morning. We got it working today. In celebration of it being reInvent week at Amazon, I'm wearing my shirt from reInvent. Our team had these made, I think last year, maybe the year before. I don't know. I've lost all track of time. But we purposely didn't put the year on there. So yeah, this is a brand new reInvent shirt, and we put our Twitter handles on there. So that's something. But welcome to the show, everybody. If we can call it a show. Ruians, good morning. Kevin Evans, Scott Gowell, good to see all of you guys here. Had a bit of a tweet storm this morning from bed. I could not get out of bed this morning, and I mean I could, but I didn't want to. It was warm, and there's snow all over the ground here. It is quite snowy here in Columbus, Ohio. It is not. What's the right way to say this? It is not overwhelming. Like the roads aren't. The roads aren't clear, but they're very passable. It's not like some of the snow you hear about sometimes where it's feet of snow or anything like that. So yeah, so that's what's going on. Jan Blank says that I look skinny. That's nice of her to say. I one of my tweets this morning was about how I'm down 31 pounds, which feels good. I still have 27 to go. So I'm past halfway, which is kind of cool. But yeah, all my clothes are too big. Like you can really tighten some of this stuff up. Still a good sized belly here. We got to work on, but in general, yeah, things are good. Feeling good, living good, all that stuff. My office is still a disaster, though. Let's be really clear. You guys get to see the only clean corner of this room. Good to hear the snow made it to you in Pennsylvania, Kevin Evans. My mom sent me a picture this morning of what it looks like in Cleveland, and it is snowy there, much more than we got here. I would say we probably got two inches. Yeah, maybe 2 inches. It looks like Cleveland, they might have gotten more like 6. Yeah, this office is really a disaster. I'm really looking forward to Z Havoc. What we're going to be building today, we're working on a casino skill for Alexa. So imagine being able to say like play video poker or play roulette or whatever. That's what we are working on. This is just my little morning check-in. Catal, good morning. 9 inches in Cleveland, it sounds like. Startup is here. Good morning. Z Havoc, we're here I'm just going to call you Havoc since you wrapped it in Z's. We're here every day from 10 to noon usually, and we're writing software. And so you'll see here in a minute. I'm going to jump over to this, and we're going to get deep into some JavaScript and voice enablement. But first, I like to talk with people, do a little time on the camera, say hello. So anyway, yeah, the snow is a thing. December 1st, here we are, and we have snow. And I would imagine it'll be gone by tomorrow or Wednesday. It's supposed to be in the mid-40s. Those days, but this is not a good sign. I heard a lot of rumors through the weather mill that we're going to have a very snowy winter, and so it'll be very interesting to see if that actually pans out. But yeah, snow it is. So I'm hoping. I don't think I've told you guys all this, but on December 11th, I don't know. Let's look at a calendar. If I grab my phone here and we look at a calendar. Yeah, December 11th. So not this Friday, not this week, but next week. That's actually my last day in the office this year, which feels pretty good to say. The temperature here is, I think it's like 28 Fahrenheit. 28 Fahrenheit is what I'm going to go with. Just below freezing, but we got a ton of snow last night. Catal, this Friday is your last day working. That's fantastic. So I've never really done this. I've never really done the thing where you take like 2 or 3 weeks off at the end of the year, but I really need it. There's a lot of catch up I need to do. I haven't given you guys a status update on the baseball card front either, but I'm pretty much done with the baseball cards. I still have basketball and football and hockey cards. Good morning, Jomo Code. Man, everybody's here this morning on this lovely Tuesday. So anyway, yeah, so the 11th is my last day in the office this year. And I'm probably still going to stream a good chunk of the days over the holidays just because it's fun. It'll probably be a lot more gaming, but I definitely want to continue working on this casino if we're not done by then. But the cards are almost all done. I'm going to pack up the football and basketball cards. I think I'm just going to save those for another time. But it's been a remarkable run going through all of these cards. I mean, I've logged now. Here, we can actually, let's take a look. If I go to Airtable, you're not going to be surprised at all that I'm using Airtable to manage all this. Let's go down here to Sports Card Collection. Look at the full card list, and let's look at a couple of data points here once this thing loads in. Okay, so we have, according to this, 15,888 records. So if we look at this, we have 15,888 records in the database, but that reflects 22,842 cards, because I have duplicates of some. Duplicates of a lot, actually. And, oh, am I not sharing my screen? It would help if I could do that. Let's just get over here to this. So this is the collection as I'm tracking it, and I have it broken down a bunch of different ways because it's a database and I'm a nerd, and so why not? But if we look at all the cards, you can see down here 15,888 records. So I have almost 16,000 unique cards, and then over here you can see that there's a sum of 22,842 because I have quantities of some of those cards. So if we sort this column by quantity, did that not? Oh, I didn't turn sorting on. If we turn sorting on, you'll see that the most of any one card I have is 9. Apparently that is the Carlton Fisk 1991 Donruss baseball card. I have 9 of those for some reason. It's worth a whopping 10 cents maybe at best, probably less. There are lots of cards that are worth very, very little. But you can see that it's sorted by quantity. I have lots that I have plenty of, including this Jose Canseco 1989 Upper Deck card, right? I have 8 of those. Anyway, that's where the collection is. If you break it down a bunch of different ways, if I go to like my most valuable player, we can do things like that. So if I sort this by the high Beckett total, my most valuable player is Ted Williams, who was a player in the 40s and 50s on the Boston Red Sox. Of all the cards I have, they are worth about $1,500. And you can see that we have a bunch of really big names here at the top, right? Bob Gibson. I only have 2 of his cards. No, I guess I have more than that, but one of his cards alone is worth about $800. Mickey Mantle, Yogi Berra, and then Ken Griffey Jr. comes in. This was one of my favorites growing up, and you can see I have lots of his cards, which is why I have a high value. But yeah, it just goes on and on. These check marks indicate players that are in the Hall of Fame, which I find it interesting that Roberto Clemente is not in the Hall of Fame, but he's not. And so as we scroll through this list, you can see there's just players on players on players, and this goes on forever. This is literally every player on any card that I have. So I've logged over almost 3,200 different players. It's quite a thing. I think this is anything that has a 0 I can probably get rid of. These are typos. And yeah, it's been kind of fun to go through all the cards and find what I have and catalog them. And when did I trade or buy my last card? Yesterday. That's one of the other things that I've been doing, Katal, is getting into my baseball cards. I realized how much I enjoy collecting cards, and so I have started collecting a couple of the new sets. You can actually see new sets are actually done very differently. If you guys have any history with sports cards, it used to be you just had one set, right? Like the 1991 Donruss set. That was all Donruss made. That was their set for the year, and that's not really how it works anymore. So let me show you this list. This is all of the different series. So you can see like 1989 Fleer, 1989 Score. There was like 5 companies that made baseball cards, and you collected a couple of their sets or not. Let me copy this down. And there are 11 of those. And so if you come down here at the very bottom, it's really interesting to me to see how this works. So now, if I look at how these sets work, this is also Topps Baseball. They sell sets and packs of things, but there's actually all, like, so if we just look at Topps Baseball, right? Or let's look at Topps Update, which is just one set, like 1/3 of all the cards they make in a year. It's all of these. So from here to here. These are all different series. So you can see there's 50 of these kinds of cards, 300 of the advanced stats cards, 300 of the Topps Update Gold. And what they do is they create these things called parallels. And so they create the base set, which I have here somewhere, Topps Update. Topps Update, this one is included in the list as well. And so this is the 300 base cards. And so here, we'll do a little education on baseball cards. So if I do, no, let's not even do that. Let's do Topps 2020 Rainbow. I'm learning a lot of the terminology and stuff too. So here's a good example. This is 2020 Topps. There are cards that are in the, here, let's scroll down to like a base card. So this is what a base card looks like. And they're mostly the same. Sometimes the name will be on the other side, or it'll be a horizontally framed picture, landscape style. But then they also make one that's gold foil. Again, it's the same card. They just change like the border around it. Then they'll make a purple one. But these are only sold in the blister packs that you can buy at Meijer stores. These gold ones are only in the jumbo packs that you find at hobby shops, like your local card shop. Then we get into some more complicated ones, like the rainbow foil. This has a really reflective coating on it, so it kind of looks rainbowy when you look at it. Then there's the yellow one and the gold one. And you can see that this is the likelihood that you get one of those in one of these kinds of packs. The advanced stats cards are really exactly the same. It's just that they have a different kind of statistics on the back of the card. Again, they just vary these up a little bit. Vintage stock is kind of interesting because they actually make it on the old kind of cardboard that they used to use. Now cards are really like smooth and really well made. But these vintage stock ones still have the kind of rough back and the shiny front. They make Independence Day ones and black ones and on and on and on. But when we get down to these really cool ones, which is down here, like, oh, the printing plates are something to talk about too. But they have, let's see if we can start. Well, we can start kind of way back here. So you can see with some of these, like this gold one, there's only 2,020 of these made. They only make 2,020 of the cards. For this advanced stats, they only make 300 of them. For the vintage stock, they only make 99, and they're usually stamped on the card what number you have. This black one, they only make 69 of those for some reason. The Father's Day blue is 50. Hot pink is 50. They make a camo one. Again, it's just changing the borders on these, but they only made 25 of those. There's a clear one, I guess, that made 10 of, and then there's a platinum one, which they made one card. Literally one. So that's it. What's interesting about this is because there's only one, when they say that you have a chance of 1 in 27,475, that means that's how many packs of these cards they made. I find that to be really interesting. And then they also make the printing plate for that card, which is the thing they use to print the cards. They actually release that as well so that they can't make more of them. I think that's all incredibly interesting to see how they do this. But anyway, they create this uniqueness about cards, and it's done for all sorts of things. You can also, this is a less exciting version, but if you looked at like the Bowman Chrome, not only do they have this, but they have autographed versions where they actually took the cards to a player and he autographed a bunch of them, and the cards are verified and all that. It's really quite cool. But yeah, well, I know why they do it. They do it to limit supply and to raise the value. Lower card numbers aren't worth more than higher card numbers, but when the ones you really want are the ones that are stamped with those, this is 37 out of 99, stuff like that. Those are the ones that seem to carry a lot of value. But even common cards anymore seem to carry a whole lot more value than the cards that I had growing up in the 80s and 90s. They made so many. That they're just, I mean, you can go on eBay. Let's say I want to find, let's go on eBay for a second, and then we'll get into some coding. If we go to eBay and we say, let's say 1987 Topps. Not only will I find individual cards, but let's say packs. people still have packs and packs of all, like this is a whole box, 36 packs of cards. There are, let's here, we'll see if we see 1987 Topps case. Look at this. People have cases of cards left over. This is, somebody's bidding $28 for what is really 24 boxes of 500 cards. Never been opened. 20 boxes, 720 packs of these cards. Someone's asking $850. They're not going to get it, but they're asking that. There's a really popular set from when I grew up, 1989 Upper Deck case. There is a chance that you could find a Ken Griffey Jr. card in a case of cards. So look at this. There's 20 boxes of cards in here. They're asking $9,000 to $11,000, but for every Ken Griffey card you find, they're worth about $80. And if they're in perfect condition, they're worth about $2,000. So it's pretty remarkable to me to see that there's just so many of these cards left. But that's what drives the value down. Yeah, those boxes are all factory sealed. In fact, I have a bunch of factory sealed stuff here, including one of the 1989 Upper Deck sets. Pack mapping is a thing in baseball cards, although it's less common. It's not common today. There's one company in the baseball card industry, Topps, that has the exclusive license to create baseball cards. So if you see a new baseball card come out these days, it's almost certainly made by Topps. And because they have that exclusive right, they do all sorts of interesting things, but they really randomize just about everything. In fact, one of the things that I found that was kind of cool, I bought what's called a hobby box, and it's 24 packs of cards, all in one box together, and it guarantees that you get at least one autographed card in that box. I don't know how they managed just that process alone. I opened the box. I ended up with 2 autographs in that box, but they must somehow be sure that there's going to be one in every box. But as I opened all the packs and I went through all the cards, there wasn't a single duplicate. I didn't get one duplicate card in that entire box, and that was really surprising to me because I just assumed that they make up all the packs and then they put 24 packs in a box and best of luck to you. But there must be a lot of sorting and collating that happens behind the scenes, but there isn't anything about the pack itself that would give any indication. And in the packs and boxes that I've opened, Jomo, just to answer your question specifically, I haven't found any kind of patterns at all. So that's something that is something I wish would happen, but I really liked I'm banning people. I really, oh my goodness, I really would like to be able to open up, like if you open a box of 24 packs, it's awesome that I got unique cards. So basically out of that 300 card set, I got about 270 of them, which was awesome. So now I got to track down those last 30. That's fine. I can play that game. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Okay, so we've banned a bunch of people. We are up to date on our list. Let's come over here to do some actual coding. So I'm going to go to the Amazon Developer Portal, Alexa Developer Portal, and we have Chatsino sitting here. And we've let this sit for a week or so. We haven't really worked on it. So I'd like to get back into testing it and just see where we're at there. Yes, you can use my microphone. That's fine. So let's say open Chatsino and just, well, actually, I wanted to get local debugging set up too. So I have local debugging running. So let's see how that goes. Nice.
Welcome to the Chatsino. You currently have 19,942 coins available. What would you like to do?
So, all right. So it is up and running. What would I like to do? Let's get back to focusing on what's going on in this game. So we're going to bet 10 on red.
You wagered 10 coins on red. What would you like to do next? You can place another bet, or you can say spin the wheel when you're ready.
I actually want to check my balance. This was something that I tried to check this morning. I got an undefined for saying balance.
You wagered 10 coins on red. What would you like to do next?
Oh,
you can place another bet, or you can say spin the wheel when you're ready.
What is my balance?
You currently have 19,934 coins available. You also have 10 coins actively wagered in some of the games. 10 on roulette. What do you want to play next?
Oh, I want to change that speech too. So let's go to our balance intent, which I think I have open. And it says, you have coins actively wagered in some of the games, including, and then we can say on poker or roulette, because those are the two games where you can kind of store value. If you play slots, it runs right through, and there's never a time where your balance is kind of like held. Okay, cool. So we'll save that file. Let's come back, and I want to update my model too. If we look at our interaction model, which I guess we really want to do over here, if we look at our interaction model for this, let's go to skill package. I always forget where these things are. Interaction model. Let's look for the balance intent. I don't know why I didn't do this, but I should just say things like balance or bank. Because I have a bunch of stuff in here, but I didn't have anything for balance. So, yeah, so, okay, so I just added those to the things. These are other things. W. Giorgio reminded me of this morning. I don't know if W. Giorgio's here today. He's not. But as I was watching his Twitter, he asked how people would say some stuff, and I thought that was really smart to just, like, ask Twitter, what are other ways you could say this? And he was looking for ways to say, like, player versus player. How do I want to play a real person? And I gave him 4 or 5 other tips to use. And it made me think that I probably need to revisit this a lot, which is what beta testing is supposed to be. But I haven't gotten a lot of feedback from folks. We also had a couple of issues. I should go check those. Look at the issues here. There were 2 issues. A loss in slots doesn't ask you what you want to do. I think I fixed this one. Dropping an individual card with suit and value doesn't work. Well, let's go try that too. Okay, so balance is working. I just added some new commands to that. Let's spin the wheel, see what our roulette game turns out to be.
The wheel landed on 22. You bet 10 on red and lost. You lost a total of 10 coins, which brings your total to 19,935. What would you like to do now?
All right, let's bet 5 on poker. This is where we have our APL and all the other stuff.
Jeff, there was an error.
Oh, man.
What should we do now?
I broke a bunch of stuff. I forgot the last time that we played with this, we actually broke a whole bunch of things. Cannot read property length of undefined. Oh, man, I forgot all about this. So, man, I guess we could just start trying to debug. But poker was something that I really took apart. So in helper, get card speech, we need to go look at the start poker intent on line 23. We're going to have to drop a breakpoint right here and see what happened. Let's try that again. Bet 5 on poker.
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
Why didn't that?
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
Oh, I know why. Let's deal that hand. Probably also going to break. Man, I had totally forgotten that I broke all this. No. Ruyans, you're right on track. I was writing a bunch of tests, and I haven't finished writing those tests, but I really want to publish this skill. So this is choking. Let's see if quit will work. And then open.
The requested skill took too long to respond.
Cool.
I don't know that one.
Bet 5 on poker. Is it going to let me do that?
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
Yeah, I completely forgot that I did this to myself. I even said it, like, I'm breaking all the things, but once our tests are good, we'll be fine. And then that's where I feel like I lose my motivation. I'm like, oh man, I gotta go back and do all those tests and figure out what's wrong. Well, what are we gonna do here? We come in, we do the thing, we get our skill response, which is an error, but result.result isn't working. Let's do it here. I should be able to hit a breakpoint. That should be something we can do. There we go. So result. Okay, so this needs to be result.hand, which makes more sense anyway. I don't know why I decided result.result was okay at the time.
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
Let's get rid of this one and try that again. Okay, we hit the breakpoint, and we can see result.status is active game. So we're coming in here. Result.wager is 5. Result.outcome. There's no outcome there. Oh, but that's because there is no outcome on that specific hand. That's fine. And then you were dealt result.hand, which is the array of cards that I want to pass into that. So what is our error now?
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
What was the error? Cannot read property length of get card speech in helper. This is lambda helper. This is lambda helper. Get card speech. You're saying that hand.length doesn't exist? I wholeheartedly disagree with you. Why is it undefined? I'm clearly passing it in. Oh, because I didn't save this file. Whoops.
Jeff, there was an error.
All right.
What
if
should
you
we
save
do
your
now?
code, it will work better. Life lessons from Jeff Blankenberg. Hand still not coming through though. Result.
Jeff, there was an error.
You're saying there was an error? I had no idea. Result.hand. Result.hand certainly here looks like an array to me. And result.hand certainly looks like a thing right here. So why is it when you call this function here that it's empty? How is that a thing? Whew. I would love to know why that's a thing. That's just crazy. I really don't understand how that can happen. How can we call the function, pass a parameter, and not have the parameter come through? Makes no sense to me. Okay, now it is. So all I did was stop and start the debugger. This is one of those things that drives me crazy.
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
Okay, I can live with that. I don't know what the error is, but I can live with the fact that there's an issue. I don't know what the issue was. Here, let's now that that's working. I hate getting distracted by things that aren't really bugs. Okay, so bet 5 on poker. What do you say now?
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
Cannot read property 0 of undefined. So we're talking about poker.js. So start poker intent, which is here. And I am passing in result. So let's go look at apl.poker. And it is expecting, yeah, see result, but that doesn't exist anymore. Now it's result.hand. Whoa. Chill out. If result.outcome, all of that seems fine. This is broken. We only show a name without it. Okay. Let's restart. Bet 5 on poker. What do we get?
Oops.
Nice.
You already have an active game of video
Back to
poker
at least
waiting
showing
for
our
you.
display.
You wagered 5 coins. You were dealt ace of diamonds, king of clubs, jack of spades, 4 of spades, and 2 of hearts. Which cards do you want to hold?
So let's try dropping the ace of diamonds and see if the suit and value actually works here. Actually, let's hold the ace of diamonds. That's also going to break, right? Everything should... Oh, I got rid of my breakpoints. Could not find what you were looking for. Airtable. Wow, what did I break? That's impressive. All right. Update poker hand in data. Not here.
The requested skill took too long to respond.
Okay, so we were in poker. And what did I do here? I called poker.play. But then I said poker hold intent, because I asked to hold a card. And so in there, we're going to say somewhere here, poker.hold. So let's go look at that, which is in here somewhere. poker.hold. User action, suit, and value. Down here at the bottom, after I've done all my stuff, I do data.update poker hand, and I pass in the game, the opening hand, all of that should be fine. So when we look at update poker hand, I guess we'll take a look at what happens in here. Hold the ace of diamonds.
You have video poker enabled. Do you want to open it?
Game has the stuff. Oh, game ID. Game.field, or can I just do game.id? That feels like the broken part.
Welcome to the Chatsino. You currently have 19,964 coins available. What would you like to do?
Hold the ace of diamonds is what I'd like to do. Now we're back to that thing. I remember this from last time. Update poker hand. I'm talking to the video poker table. The video poker table has a column called opening hand, but it's not calculated, and I don't know why that's an error that I get back from this. The error is invalid value for column. The field opening hand cannot accept a value.
The requested skill took too long to respond.
Where did that error go? There we go. Invalid value for column. Field opening hand cannot accept a value because the field is computed. Well, I wholeheartedly disagree with you, because I'm talking to the video poker table. This stuff gets so frustrating. How's everybody else doing? Jeff, I think you might have an error in your code. Jomo, is this still valid, what you're saying? Where do you call that function? I need to split my screen here, maybe. It's going to make everything smaller for you guys, though. No, ignore me. Okay, I don't like ignoring you, Joe. Okay. Why? Why? Why is this happening? I did have two. Yeah, I have... this one is the original Chatsino that is running. In fact, we don't even have it running. Let's go get it. Can I can't set that up easily. The actual casino that runs here on Twitch normally, which is not running right now. That's what the original one is. and then this is the new one. It has a whole new structure. It has lots of other data. Yeah, but I don't know why it thinks that these are calculated field. I know why, because in the game table, I have a calculated field called opening hand. This is calculated, but that's not where I'm talking. Except that maybe that's what it thinks I'm trying to do. Video poker. Maybe. Maybe Airtable is trying to be too smart. It feels like it's trying to be too smart. Let's see if I pass in the actual record ID that I want.
Welcome to the Chatsino.
What are we doing? Oh, I have a breakpoint. I was like, what are we waiting for? No, that was not it. Okay, so the issue I have is that I don't think I have the right record ID here, because what I care about is this.
The requested skill took too long to respond.
I hear you. I hear you. Let's see if that's it. If I look at my table again, in the game table, which is the ID that I have a column called Video Poker that has one value. This is the unique ID for the record that's here. And this is the record that I'm trying to update. So I think what's happening really is that Airtable is telling me, hey, you're referring to the wrong ID. But it seems like if I pass it a game ID and I was passing it valid values here, it would actually update a different table even though I told it the wrong table. I don't know that I really want it to do that, but that seems to be what's happening. So I think I just fixed it. I think. Let's see. Open the casino. Cool. Hold the ace of diamonds.
Welcome to the Chats.
Parameter validation failed. Check your request data. Well, that's new. Invalid request unknown. Oh, because this is probably an array. Goodness.
What would you like to do?
Come on.
The requested skill took too long to respond. You have video poker enabled.
Maybe we can get there. Hold the
Welcome to the Chatsino. You are not currently holding any cards. You are about to drop the ace of diamonds, king of clubs, jack of spades, 4 of spades, and 2 of hearts. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What would you like to do?
I'd like to hold the ace of diamonds, please.
You are not currently holding any cards.
That still doesn't work.
You are about to drop the ace of diamonds, king of clubs, jack of spades,
Okay.
4 of spades, and 2 of hearts. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What would you like to do?
What I'd like to do is have those cards hold. That's what I'd like to do. Okay. I said hold, so we have an action. If there's no suit in value, That's not true. If there's a suit and a value. This is where we should go. Let's try that. Okay. So we're gonna do hold the ace of diamonds, and we should hit that breakpoint. And we do. Suit. Oh, I see why it's breaking. Because I fixed a thing and then I overwrote it. So let's fix it in the right place. This is actually a Alexa interaction model problem. So one of the things that I didn't do initially, and I'm not sure why I didn't do it. 7, 8, 9, 2, ace. Do the suits not have? Weird. Let's go make sure I have these in the right order. If I look at deck and I look at suit. Hearts, diamonds, clubs, spades. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I do this right, I think these go hearts, diamonds, clubs, and spades. So I did this, and then because of the way I published, I had made the change in the dev console and not here locally. So good. Okay, so what we really need to do is do a ask deploy on this. I just installed all this CLI stuff. What? Ask oh, because I'm in the wrong directory. Let's see if this works. I just installed the Ask CLI and the AWS CLI. And I think I have them all set up. But we will publish our new interaction model. In the meantime, I can, while we're waiting for that, I'll just drop this over here. Can chat with y'alls. It depends. For my IDs on the cards, they have to have specific values. There isn't really a value for 0 in cards. And for the suits, I guess I just numbered them 1, 2, 3, and 4. Probably should be 0, 1, 2, 3, but I think I've got that baked into a bunch of places, so we'll just stick with it. It's not hurting anything. Yeah, there's no iterating through suits, thankfully. Hopefully this will just all work. I literally just pulled all this stuff down from GitHub and got the CLIs and stuff installed right before we started here, so. Come on. Haven't seen any failure yet. That's a good sign. Means I'm capable of doing something. Man, oh man. Deployed successfully. Wow. All right, not what I would have expected, but I'll take it. All right, let's try that again then. So now if we say hold the ace of diamonds.
You have video poker enabled. You are not currently holding any cards. You are about to drop the ace of diamonds.
I thought I'd solve the problem. But now if we look at suit, we can see the ID is 2. And if I look at these, this is suit .value.id and value.id. So we should be able to say, get out of my way, please. Suit dot.
Welcome to the chat. You are not currently holding any cards.
Still not doing it.
You are about to drop the ace of diamonds, king of clubs, jack of spades, 4 of spades, and 2 of hearts. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What would you like to do?
Hold the ace of diamonds, please. Okay, if suit.value, oh, it's gonna be an array.
You are not currently holding any cards.
So annoying. Come on. I just want this to work. Open the casino.
Welcome to the chat-sino. You are not currently holding any cards. You are about to drop the ace of diamonds, king of clubs, jack of spades, 4 of spades, and 2 of hearts. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What would you like to do?
Opening hand, suit. ID is 2. Suit 0, 2. 2, and I'm parse-inting that thing, so those should match. The other piece of this, oh, I didn't even see this. That's it, value.id. So annoying. Okay, one more try. Go.
You are not currently holding any cards. You are about to drop the ace of diamonds, king of clubs, jack of spades, 4 of spades, and 2 of hearts. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What?
It's just not even finding a match.
You are not currently holding any cards.
Okay.
You are about to drop the ace of diamonds, king of clubs, jack of spades, 4 of spades, and 2 of hearts. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What would you like to do?
Poker hold intent. All we do is say hold, and we pass in the user action and the suit and value that we have. These are like hold, clubs, ace. So everything's happening here. Suit.
You are not currently holding any cards. You are about to drop the ace of diamonds, king of clubs, jack of spades, 4 of spades, and 2 of hearts. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What would you like to do? Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
What? Okay, so suit is an array. Why am I passing an array in? If we look at my tests, what did I do in my tests? Yeah, see, I'm actually just passing in the number. So that's the thing that I need to correct. It's not fixing my hold functionality. That was working. What we want to do, let's get rid of this. This was working before I got in here and started breaking things. This should just be suit. This is how it should work. Okay, I think that's all the changes that I made to this file. So what we actually want to do is in the poker hold intent, we want to change this up a little bit. We want, instead of passing in these actual values, what we're going to do is say action well, how am I going to do this? Because I'm going to come back with an array here. Or undefined. Start by tweaking those. And then here we could do if card suit if card value dot value dot ID. I think that's the fix that needed to be made. I think. We'll see. But we'll never know because I can't test it. Hold on. Stop. Refresh this page. Start the debugging. Open Chatsino.
Welcome to the Chatsino. You currently have 20,008 coins available. Oops. You already have an active game of video poker waiting for you.
Hold.
You wagered 5 coins. You were dealt Ace of Diamonds. You have video poker enabled. Do you want to open it?
No, I'd like to stay in the casino that I was in. Thank you. What? What just happened? It makes me feel very unlikely that this is actually going to work. It's clearly doing its thing. I don't have any breakpoints. What are we doing here? Okay, brand new session, brand new browser, open the casino. You can see it doing its thing. All right, whatever.
Welcome to the Chatsino. You currently have 20,019 coins available. What would you like to do?
I'd like to hold the Ace of Diamonds, please.
Jeff, there was an error. What
errors
should
I
we
can
do
live with.
now?
What was the error? What was the error?
Oops. You already have an act. Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
Parse_int is not defined because I'm a terrible developer. That's a possibility. Come on. Oh, this is so painful.
Oops. You already have an active game of video. You are not currently holding any cards. You are about to drop the ace of
How?
diamonds, king of clubs, jack of spades, four of spades, and two of hearts.
How?
You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What would you like to do?
How? I'm losing it, everybody. I'm losing it.
You have video poker enabled. Do you want to open it? Welcome to the chat. You are not currently holding any cards. You are about to drop the ace of diamonds, king of clubs, jack of spades, four of spades, and two of hearts. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What would you like to do?
Where? What is even happening here?
Welcome to the chat-sino. You are not currently holding any cards. You are about to drop the ace of diamonds, king of clubs, jack of spades, four of spades, and two of hearts. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What would you like to do?
I would really, really like to hold this card.
You are not currently holding any cards. You are about to drop the ace of diamonds, king of clubs, jack of spades.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Are we doing it? No, I haven't solved that one yet. Okay, so that's fine. I thought I might have to do this. If action equals action 0. No. dot value dot name. Okay. So this is one of those things where I pulled all of this stuff out of here when I was running my tests. Palindrome amount, heck yeah. So okay, so I want to get back and look at that conversation in a second, but let's try this. I think that will solve.
Oops. You already have an active... You are currently holding the ace of diamonds.
Hallelujah.
You are about to drop the king
Save
of clubs,
the day.
jack of spades, four of
I just had
spades,
to do what my tests
and
were
two of
supposed to
hearts.
do.
You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What would you like to do?
Now let's try dropping it. Drop the ace of...
You are not currently holding any
Sweet.
cards. You are about to drop the ace of diamonds, king of clubs, jack of spades, four of spades, and two of hearts.
Hold the king.
You are currently holding the king of clubs. You are about to drop the ace of diamonds, jack of spades, four of...
Hold the spades.
You are currently holding the king of clubs, jack of spades, and four of spades. You are about to drop the ace of diamonds, and two of hearts. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What would you like to do?
For today, I'm going to declare victory. I am not a complete idiot. We're going to come over here to GitHub. We're going to mark this issue as... All right. So now if we look at a loss in slots doesn't ask you what you want to do next, but repeats the outcome. We could look at that. Let's see how I end up with this hand. It's going to be terrible.
Jeff, there was an error.
Oh, there was an error.
What should we do now?
I guess we should keep forging forward on poker. Cannot read property 0 of undefined in poker.js. On line 18. And that's because poker deal probably doesn't have the right stuff. Poker deal. You're saying that we fail on... Oh, it's the APL again. Got it. Oh, wait, why would that... Poker deal in 10. Where's our APL stuff? This is probably just because my result here... Chatsino.poker.deal. Let's see if it's that easy. It's never that easy.
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
Same error. Poker deal. Poker deal intent. Line 56 is what calls apl.poker, which is this file. And it's saying it can't read property 0 of undefined.
You already have a pair. You were dealt King of Hearts, Queen of Hearts, Queen of Clubs, 6 of Clubs, and 4 of Spades. Which cards do you want to hold?
Hold the queens, please.
You are currently holding the Queen of Hearts.
I don't see an error, but I also am not seeing a response. I'm not stuck on a breakpoint. Why aren't you responding? Okay, I think I've had enough frustration for today. I'm feeling the rage set in like the Hulk. I think we're gonna stop on that for now. Let's see if we can get back to slots or anything.
There was a problem communicating with the requested skill.
This stuff drives me crazy. Just nothing? You're just going to give me nothing. Yep, it's time to stop. Definitely feeling like we need to stop. We will come back, though. We will be back tomorrow. We'll continue working on this. Let's just shut everything down.
The requested skill took too long to respond.
I don't believe that it did. I believe that you took too long to catch the answer. All right, we're going to pause there. We are going to... should we raid somebody? Yeah, I always forget to do this. I'm going to go to Twitch. C# Fritz.
This
what he's
one
doing.
is the one that I actually want to see it run. Come here, you.
And then I'm going to come over
so it's
here.
set up the environment run Azure
Start
Azure
raid.
Functions action.
And we'll all head over there and say hi for a little bit. Made a little bit of progress today. Had a good conversation. Glad you guys are all here. Let's go see what
Looks
C
like
Sharp
it.
Fritz is doing.
Okay.
All right. Thank you guys all so
now
much.
it's
I will
doing-
see you
it's doing
tomorrow.
the build, package deployment using zip deploy initiated. Cool.